Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is a Rajadarnern Stadium Muay Thai world champion, training out of Singha Mawynn, with a fight record of 78 wins and 13 losses, an 86% win rate, representing Thailand, Shadow Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is the #3 featherweight kickboxing contender and an 8-time Muay Thai and kickboxing world champion, training out of Sitsongpeenong Muay Thai camp with a fight record of 129 wins and 35 losses, a 79% win rate, also representing Thailand.
Okay, gentlemen. Thank you. Again, listen to my command all the time. Protect yourself all the time. Have a good, clean fight. With a touch gloves, touch them now, and back to your corners.
Chris Bachelor with the final instructions as the third man in the squared circle here tonight. Our main event is upon us.
Shadow going to work early with those right kicks. It's a great tactic. Up on the arm of Sitthichai. That left arm going to be an important weapon for the southpaw, that left straight.
Fingers,
but Shadow looking to establish distance and use his powerful legs to start breaking down that left hand of Sitthichai.
Especially that monstrous right leg, Brian. Sitthichai is one of the best to ever do it. Absolute wizard inside that ring, setting traps, beautifully setting up shots, uses feints and fakes, but gets dumped by Shadow. Sitthichai has been focused primarily on kickboxing, but this reminds him of his childhood, brings him back to the glory days of Sitthichai's start. Such a talented striker. Nice left hand landed right there for the southpaw. Sitthichai, as Shadow chooses his shots carefully, but he can't outsmart, outwit, and possibly outstrike Shadow, the younger man.
That's right, Mitch. That is what he needs to do. Use his technique and his experience, his footwork, and punching combinations at that mid-range. Shadow, we know, has developed and improved his boxing skill. Those big, those thudding right kicks on the outside, already landing early and often on the left arm of Sitthichai. They're going to make that arm swell, bruising, and it's going to slow it down, make it harder for him to use that left straight, which is such a big weapon for Sitthichai.
Such a huge crossroads matchup between these two. Shadow just starting to reach superstardom. Sitthichai's been there at the top of the mountain for such a long time. Shadow hoping to knock him off the top of the heap and take his spot. I'd like to see Sitthichai work in the knees. That's a weapon he's really sharpened in kickboxing. He can utilize the long knees. Once Shadow steps into the boxing range, he might be able to find some points scored. Only the best established fighters and young up-and-comers who want to earn a shot at the highest levels, the flagship one. And we are looking at this very established fighter in Sitthichai and a surging up-and-comer in Shadow. And Shadow continues to beat up that left arm, Brian. Great adjustment right there.
Shadow really is just the perfect combination of technique and power, athletic ability. Great game plan here, shutting down the boxing so well. Sitthichai smashing his arm with those kicks, utilizing elbows on the inside, and then that long guard as he presses forward, keeping his lead hand out, his right arm in front of his face, staying safe, pressing, creating distance for these kicks, now switching to the left leg.
But then the second two, there was no retaliation coming from Sitthichai, and Sitthichai starts to push forward and back up. Shadow slipping and ripping, looking to counter with that right hand, goes to the body, back up with the right kick, goes up top, misses.
That means it's hard for him to let it go. There's probably already swelling, bruising, a contusion on there. A little combination there for Sitthichai, having a good moment.
And then as the arm starts to come up, Shadow does a great job of sneaking that kick underneath the arm and starts beating up the body as well as they battle inside the clinch. Sitthichai looking to fire in the body. Looks like it was an eye poke. Shadow says he's okay. Just letting Sitthichai know he touched him. Oh, they start to trade. Let it go in the final 30 seconds as Sitthichai upends Shadow with that left leg. Sitthichai fires a knee.
There's the knee that you were talking about, Mitch, a close range, effective weapon. He's got to keep that range, keep that middle distance to be able to throw. The best way to do that would be to throw some punches in combination, use that kickboxing skill set. Shadow, though, heavy kicks doing great damage with those middle kicks all throughout that round as well.
Third and final round, the last 3 minutes of Muay Thai of 2024. Sitthichai might be behind in the count. Can he find a knockout to stop the surging Shadow? As Shadow goes to the left hook, back to the right leg. Sitthichai answers back with his left leg, and they continue to trade.
Shadow continuing to unleash, just unload that right kick. So effectively shutting down. Shadow pressing, using the long guard, following up with his hands and the left kick. Sitthichai, though, able to find more rhythm with catching the kick and firing back in the second and here in the third.
He's got to answer that kick. He's got to retaliate. There are no safe spaces in the squared circle with Shadow. Sitthichai needs to dig deep into his bag of tricks, and there is nobody with a bigger bag of tricks than Sitthichai. Always dangerous as he's looking for that left hand. Big kick by Shadow is checked by Sitthichai. Fires back. Such a close battle here in this third and final round. Shadow unloads with the hands, gets back into the clinch. Sitthichai fires one up, but Shadow retaliates. Nice shot landed by Shadow as Shadow continues to knee up the middle.
Very damaged from the repeated right kick.
Oh, Shadow sends Sitthichai crashing to the canvas, but the killer can't box back up. Can he answer the count? Can he retaliate? Can Sitthichai find something as Shadow looks to finish? Oh, they're dancing here in the final minute of 2024. They continue to throw. Shadow wants the knockout. Sitthichai wants redemption. Can he find it? Sitthichai throws the elbows, gets back into the clinch. Oh, uppercuts from Sitthichai, and what a war, as advertised in the main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have scored this contest in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Shadow
picking up his 4th win in a row over an absolute